What's up, everyone? I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. A lot has been going on with the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, and I felt we should talk all about it. Now, before we proceed, it's worth mentioning that 2022 is likely the year the cryptocurrency world finally receives some regulations. The year is still pretty young, but we are already 1 month in now. And in this short period, we witnessed a lot of action from the government. In fact, there's been more action by the government towards crypto than any other year. One of the critical things we will discuss in this video is how the crypto regulations will affect the money markets and investors. Now, as we all know, cryptocurrency is one of the industries in which retail investors have the capability to front-run the institutions. Despite that, the large institutions are still yet to be primarily involved in all this. And the major hindrance to all this is the lack of necessary regulations. Of course, there should be at least some sort of framework indicating how institutions should get involved with this industry. We are seeing some light with these regulations, which in turn will be steps towards allowing institutions and massive money to flow into digital currencies. Guys, the clock is ticking. Don't forget to join in our giveaway. We are giving away $2,000 worth of XRP directly to your wallet as a way to say thank you for helping us grow. You can check it out in the comments section below. That's where the requirements are listed. We will be announcing the winner February 1st here in the video on Money Side. That said, time to roll that intro and get into all the juicy details of today's video. As always, we welcome you back to Money Side, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. Now, getting back to today's video, we will be discussing the positive impact of crypto regulations, what we should expect in terms of regulations moving forward, and some of the regulations that the government is already working on. Further ahead, we will discuss some of the massive drops that David Schwartz discusses on his Twitter account in regards to the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Over the last week, there's been lots of bullish crypto news. Who would have thought? First in line is this tweet by @Blockworks that says, Colorado Governor, our plans to allow people to pay taxes in Bitcoin and crypto haven't changed. What's so great about this news is the fact that it's legitimizing the industry even more. It shows that no matter how many factors are set in place to stifle this innovation, there will always be some people who will push the adoption of cryptocurrencies. Like we mentioned late last year on this channel, cryptocurrencies will outlast any of the hurdles thrown at it right now. Of course, a few of our leaders are trying to kill the industry, but it's beautiful how the majority will be fighting for it in the coming times. Just recently, Arizona has even introduced legislation to make Bitcoin legal tender. This is yet another big step forward to adding legitimacy to the crypto world. Of course, many people are inquiring why it's just Bitcoin and not any of the other cryptocurrencies. But what everyone needs to understand at this point is that there's still a lot they don't understand about Bitcoin, let alone other cryptocurrencies. If they at least normalize letting Bitcoin through the door, it will be so much easier with the other cryptocurrencies. This is the first step towards understanding what cryptocurrencies are, which will boost their understanding of other cryptos. That's why, as much as we have our favorite cryptocurrencies, it's essential that we don't lean towards being maximalists. So instead of being mad, we should be happy to see a state like Arizona adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender. I wouldn't be wrong to say that this is just the first step towards getting the clarity we all need to legitimize these digital assets. Now, moving on to the following news, we have an exciting tweet by Eleanor Tourette that says, new via Barron's Online. The Biden administration is planning executive action to regulate cryptocurrencies as a matter of national security. An order is expected to come in the next few weeks. This is some more news that makes us confident about the crypto regulations, which of course will have such a beneficial touch on the entire crypto market. We can all agree that nothing will be perfect really at first, but we all have our eyes on the prize, and with time we will have a common understanding of where the crypto laws stand. All this regulation news is putting us in the right direction with this new asset class. For that reason, we have so much room for price potential. The good thing is that we are early adopters of top-tier assets like XRP, which means we will become the next billionaires when things align. Something else we had to discuss in today's video is a tweet from Fame21More. It says, at Joel Katz, why would Ripple agree to extend the statute of limitations? And right there below this tweet, David Schwartz responded saying the most common to agree to toll the SOL would be if you thought you could avoid a suit by reducing the other side's pressure to file quickly and allow more time for discussion. Another reason would be if you were asked, didn't expect a suit, and wanted to show good faith. Further below, there's a tweet by Jeremy Hogan who clarifies what David Schwartz had shared by saying this: if you are told we are 100% going to sue you before the SOL next month unless you grant us an extension to continue our investigation, then in that context, granting an extension makes sense because you reduce the chance of a lawsuit from 100% to something less. With this update from David Schwartz and Jeremy Hogan, we now understand why Ripple had to extend the statute of limitations to the SEC. As they explained in the tweet, the SEC tricked them into extending the statute of limitations and allowing them to investigate Ripple a little more. And failure to do so, the SEC would have sued Ripple right away. For that reason, Ripple agreed to extend in good faith, hoping the SEC would just investigate them and not sue. But who is the SEC? They got in, did their investigations, and still sued Ripple at the end of the day. The SEC really needs to be stopped, guys. All that said, time to look at the numbers on the charts, and we begin with XRP. Right now, XRP is at a support channel. A little further down is critical structural support. I do not expect this level to be tested at 36 cents, but if it does get tested, it must hold for bullish continuation. The market, well, it's testing everybody. I am a long-term holder of XRP. I'm not a day trader. However, there is an opportunity to increase your position with patience and an accurate, realistic interpretation of the charts and indicators therein. On now to Bitcoin. This will be highly important how Bitcoin moves on from here and actually approaches the 200 EMA again. As it is seen in this chart, the 200 EMA bullish signal already flashed 3 times in history and always was followed up by major gains. Therefore, when this signal flashes the next time, again, there is a high possibility given that Bitcoin will have the ability to complete this whole bull flag formation with a breakout above the upper boundary. Such a determination will provide the setup for major further continuations. For now, it will be highly decisive on how Bitcoin approaches the remaining supports and how the 200 EMA signal can emerge again. As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can tell us what you think in the comment section below and let's have a conversation. Thank you as always for watching. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button. Then be sure to turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next Money Side.